fruit flavors are packed in there. Loads of that, not too much tannin.
What do you think of that?
And I wouldn't want too much tannin here because I think it would clash with the chili and spices in the dish. But back to the main man.
Thank you very much. What does our chef's table think of that? Yeah, do you think it works with the wine? Raymond's job depends on your answer. Great. Not too spicy.
Not too spicy.
And then it matches the level of spice in the
I think the
wine.
fruit is going well with it, yeah.
Well, that's a success. You're saved.
Thank you very much.
You're saved. And now you're going to do the sea bass. I think this is a really nice idea, actually, at Christmas time, or a celebration over Christmas, to do something completely different from what we normally have. And
Yes.
Sunil has come up with this
They are
fantastic
the two
sea bass.
basic simple dishes what you can do, you know, just cook it, put it into the oven, you can enjoy your wine and roam around, talk to your friends. That's another thing, fish, sea bass, we're doing it with some whole spices, very, very simple recipe. We're going to use 3 spices for that. That's fennel seeds, coriander seeds, and a little bit of crushed chili, just for a little bit of, okay, to it.
That's dried chili, is it?
Dried chili flakes,
Okay.
and just grind them roughly. We don't need a powder, we need rough crushed.
No fancy gadgets for you.
No fancy gadgets for us. We are very simple people. Okay, we're going to add some chopped garlic to it. Some lime zest to it. Lemon.
Oh, there's those great microplanes again.
That's best.
Are you finished with the microplane?
Yeah.
Have a go?
Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen these? The microplane, invented by an American as a DIY tool, which he couldn't sell. And then his wife started to use it in the kitchen and realized how fantastic it was. And then he marketed them as a piece of kitchen equipment, and they are absolutely fantastic. You can grate everything with them, except, it seems, your fingers. So.
A little bit of lemon juice to it.
So it seems that a lot of the prep, a lot of the cooking in this is really about combining all the spices
Combining
and
all the
flavors.
spices. That's the whole thing about the Indian food. You
Yeah.
have to combine the spices not very, very nicely. You have to think about it, what you're doing. Like the duck goes well with the star anise, that's what I thought of. And the passion fruit kills the chillness to it and get a sourness to it.
Okay.
And same with the fish. Whole spices will go in. You don't overcook the fish, you know.
You could do this the night before, a couple of days before? No, you have to do it on the day.
Then and there.
Okay.
You just do it and put it straight into the oven, and that's ready.
Okay.
Okay. That's
So
the
now you're going
grass,
to...
nice and clean. Just give
Maybe we could come in and have a
few
look here.
gashes on each side. That.
Okay, that looks simple enough.
Very simple. You can do it, Ross. And just apply this marination very, very nicely. Just
And you're going
rub
into
it.
the cuts there.
Yeah.
Yes. And what would you serve with that?
We'll serve some oven roasted tomato salad with it, with some balsamic and some olive oil dressing in it.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. Cut through the fish beautifully.
Yeah.
That looks like a lot less trouble than stuffing a turkey. But would you give up your turkey for fish on Christmas Day?
So that's your fish. Marinated, put into the oven for 190 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. Then just burst it with some butter on it, and you'll have a nice and fresh and soft fish ready.
So you just put it in like that? Do you
Just
cover
put that in. No, you
you
don't
put
need to
oil
cover
over it or
anything.
butter or anything?
We'll put the butter when it's halfway cooked.
Ah, okay.
Just paste it with that, and we need a tray for it.
And in fact, if you hang on to your cutlery, we're going to do it French style. You know, they always hang on to their cutlery for each course. I didn't just make that up, it's true, you know. very much.
For the salad, we're going to take a little bit of garlic to it, some olive oil and balsamic expressing, a little bit of salt. That's all you need. That's it.
So it's kind of a classic dressing, really.
Classic dressing, yeah. It goes really well with it. I'll just add a spice to it, maybe some cumin, roasted cumin powder. That goes very well with the tomatoes and garlic. That's your
Roasted cumin powder.
powder.
Beautiful. Okay.
Just straight with the fish.
Oh, and it all goes in together.
All goes in together.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Ooh, and look, there's already one there.
Pretty one there, it will take some time.
We give it a couple of minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes to it, it will be ready.
It's another 5 minutes. I don't know if
Another
you've
5
got
minutes.
another 5 minutes.
Oh, I have another 5 minutes. You can come back to the restaurant then.
And are these ready to go here?
Yeah, they're almost ready. Yeah, they're done.
So, are you guys fans of Indian food? Have you been at? Do you cook? Any of you cook? You're a student chef. What's your favorite dish?
I like beef madras.
Beef
Yeah,
madras?
easy, yeah.
Sunil, could
Yeah.
you rustle up a beef madras here?
Beef madras, we don't do beef madras, sorry. You like
And
beef
would
madras?
Indian food be your favorite food?
It's one of them, yeah. I like
Yeah?
Mexican too and Italian. You know. We only done Indian food last week in college, the last 2 weeks.
Very good.
What top tips then for students of Indian food? Like I remember I was talking to you before, and you were saying that there's like you use lots and lots of spices.
Yeah, the basic
but like
spices
the
you
basic
can try.
spices.
Will be your cumin, turmeric, red chili, coriander powder, salt. Pardon me? Garam masala, it's maybe around 10 types of garam masala we use. Garam masala is not one type. Garam masala is basically a mix of spices used for different meats. If you're making maybe lamb, you'll have a different garam masala with black cardamom, cloves, all the black spices we call it, and black pepper. That will come into that.
And you buy them in small amounts. You need to use them up fairly regularly.
I would
don't
say
you?
buy the whole spices. Don't buy the powders of garam masala, whatever. Make your own garam masala, grind it, and use it.
So that star anise there, you bought that whole, and you be powdering that as you
we
need
grind
it.
all our spices in the restaurant.
Okay.
So all this we buy whole and roast them. And when you're roasting, that's the biggest step for the spices. When we're talking about the spices, you should always roast them onto very, very slow temperature into the oven. Don't do it over the pan. It burns everything. It burns all the flavors to it. And always when you roast it, just keep it in the jar. And when you need it, use the mortar pestle. If you don't have time, use the grinder.
So you could roast them, store them, and then grind them.
Then grind them. It's much better.
What kind of temperature would you be roasting them at?
Roasting them on what we do, your hot plate warmer on all. We put them into that, so it just do it overnight. It's nicely get crisp. So your flavor, what happens when you grind it, it generates the heat and your flavor burns. So
Okay.
that's why we don't do it. At homes, we don't use even grinder. We use just a mortar and pestle to grind all our spices. Even the paste, the way I did the marination for that, we used to make the marination as well with the mortar and pestle.
Will we check on this? It sounds like something's...
Yeah, it's
Maybe Margaret would give us a hand here. By the way, this is our sponsors here, Mealy Kitchens, along with Ford Via. You're probably not aware that when you get a Mealy Kitchen, you get a member of staff come to your home. Is that right? And show you how to use it. Sorry? Ah, right, there we go. Or the gallery, if you've been out to the Mealy Gallery, actually, which is absolutely spectacular. And you can see it all being demonstrated out there as well.
yeah.
Shall we... Nice.
Done.
Are you okay? Is that okay there?
Why it is not reaching the temperature there? It's going back to 170, yeah. I need more. That's why I increased it. Yeah. It should be ready.
Dun, dun, dun.
Goes back to that.
It's the kind of thing that happens on live TV.
Oh,
Oh, hang on, this isn't TV.
Can you give me a big plate, please?
I think maybe we'll take it out. Oh, Raymond's supposed to give me a hand here.